We are so excited, we just can't hide it. Drew Barrymore.
Hi, guys.
Mira Sorvino.
Kristen Bell, baby.
Miss Lopez and Mr. Maluma are Reggie.
CBS mornings are, well, everything your morning should be.
Is this a date or we just friends?
CBS mornings, starting at 7.
Attention. If you were stationed or working at Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987, you may have been exposed to contaminated water and may have developed serious health issues as a result. A new law could make it possible for anyone who lived or worked at Camp Lejeune during that time frame to receive compensation, even if they previously filed a VA claim and were denied. We are Hughes & Coleman. We can help. We've been representing people and their families for decades. Call 800-800-4600. Call 800-800-4600 right now or go to HughesandColeman.com.
Tracking rounds of rain out there right now and some new active flash flood warning activity showing up across Kentucky. I'll get you up to date on that and the possibility of more rain for the end of the weekend.
We love you. We're going to make it.
Heartbreak and devastation as the death toll rises from flooding in eastern Kentucky. We have new information coming in today from Governor Beshear. And our crews are live in the hardest hit areas as search and rescue efforts continue across eastern Kentucky.
With First Alert Weather, this is WKYT News.
Welcome to WKYT News at noon. I'm Kristen Kennedy. Daylight continues to reveal the devastation left behind by historic flooding in eastern Kentucky. We know that 16 people are dead, and those numbers include children. Counties across the state are deploying crews to help with search and rescue operations. And President Biden has approved an emergency declaration allocating federal funding to the hardest hit areas. Some communities are still underwater after another night of heavy rain. We are getting a break from the rain right now, but more is in the forecast. Meteorologist Jim Caldwell is tracking that as our First Alert Weather Day continues.
Yeah, a lot of those areas that picked up all the tremendous amounts of rain are dry right now, nothing falling from the sky at least, and that's some welcome news. But we do have this area across southern and southeastern Kentucky that's been picking up on some shower for the past couple of hours. It's steady flow, just like what we experienced with the others, just not as extreme. So what's happened is we actually have a flash flood warning that's gone out. I'll show it to you here in a second, but right now let's just look at these pockets of heavy rain. You got Monticello, you go over toward Whitley City, you get into Williamsburg. It's been raining there for a little while. Barberville, Pineville as well. And as far as folks in the highest elevations of southeastern Kentucky are concerned, there into Harlan County and beyond, we have some good soaking rains in place for you. It rained there over the past few days as well. What we have is an active flash flood warning until 2:30 for Bell, Harlan, and Knox counties. You can see how it's all sliced up right here. So we have 3 counties and a new flash flood warning, meaning that the water is up and becoming very active in that area right now. For the rest of the region, we still have a flood watch that's out. It's changed a little bit since earlier today, but the folks across southern, southeastern Kentucky are still in that watch as the potential of rain, like we're picking up out there right now, could easily be pushed to the next level, pushing flooding out there. When you're this saturated, it's easy to get to the next stage, and that's what's happening out there in counties that weren't even that flooded in the first go around. But we're about to see even more rain at the end of the weekend and early next week. That might cause more widespread issues. I'm tracking that coming up in just a little bit.
All right, we'll talk with you soon, Jim. Governor Beshear was expected to tour the flood damage from a helicopter in Perry County today, but crews had to postpone that trip because of conditions in the air. He is now expected to take an aerial tour of Breathitt County. Moments ago, we heard from Governor Beshear. He gave us an update on the response to the flooding. He says the death toll is now up to 16 people killed by flooding. The governor says children are among the dead. 11 of the deaths are in Knott County. He says it is hard to know how many more people are missing. This morning, President Biden approved a disaster declaration for Kentucky that will open up more federal assistance for flood relief. A FEMA administrator is with the governor today, and she is talking about helping families impacted by the flooding.
Right now, we're making plans to airlift water to certain areas that might not be reachable for a period of time. So think about the danger that could be out there for people who are trying to get there.
And as we get a better idea of what the shortfalls are, we will continue to bring in more personnel throughout the next few days.
Governor Beshear says more than 300 people are staying in temporary shelters. And he does expect the number dead, right now it is 16, to increase again. WKYT's Chad Hedrick is live for us in Perry County. And Chad, many are still missing where you are.
Yeah, Kristen, that's the scary reality so many families are facing right now here in Perry County and across southeastern Kentucky. The search and rescue operations, though, are still ongoing today in these communities. I do want to show you the bit of good news that we're seeing here in Hazard. It is the Kentucky River has gone down significantly since where it was just last night. It was very close to the very bottom of the bridge here in town, even coming out of its banks and up here onto this sidewalk where I'm standing. We do know, though, that it has caused some minor damage to some businesses that were in this area. We did get an update from the city of Hazard earlier this morning about this. They say many homes are still without water and gas, and also just a few minutes ago we learned that most of the county will be without water for the time being. They say 2 18-inch lines were lost, and they're still actually underwater in the river. They're waiting for it to go down more before they're able to get to them. 2 shelters are open here as well. We know one is at West Perry Elementary. The other is at Gospel Light, where 80 people are said to be staying. The Perry County Sheriff's saying today that sheriffs from other counties are sending deputies to this area to help them with recovery efforts and also just to continue to monitor and patrol the streets here. Appalachian Regional Healthcare is collecting donations at their Lexington office to send to their employees and families that they serve here in this area. We did get a very jarring update from them today. Just about an hour and a half ago, they told us that 40 of their employees have lost everything, including their homes, and they say another 22 are still unaccounted for. They're hoping that that's just because of communication difficulties here in this region right now. Cell service is down. Maybe these people lost their phones and aren't able to communicate, but they are hoping that those numbers are able to dwindle for the better throughout the next day or so. And also here in Perry County, we are seeing a loss of life here. We know for sure of at least one death, the governor confirming for us, an 81-year-old woman. But again, he says that he does expect the death toll in this area to continue to climb. Live in Hazard, Chad Hedrick, WKYT.
Tough reality there, Chad. Thank you. Among the 16 dead, 11 are in Knott County. A family member tells our news partners at the Herald Leader 4 young siblings are among the victims. The family says the siblings were swept away by the flood. The children range in age from 1.5 to 8 years old. Flooding has left Knott County neighborhoods underwater. You can see that widespread damage caused by the flooding. WKYT's Phil Pendleton reports from Knott County.
This town, this entire downtown area, was taken over by floodwaters from the creek that runs beside it. The floodwaters have receded, leaving a lot of cleanup. This flood was devastating to Knott County and to several families. We are told by the governor that 11 people have died, including 2 children. People say that it's the worst they've ever seen, worse than a terrible flood in the 1970s, but cleanup and repair has already started. The force of the water broke the windows out of the Artisan Center in Plaza. Bill Weinberg were among those who were swept away by floodwaters, and some of them are still unaccounted for.
There was a house there in this trailer with this family of 6.
Who passed away. Weinberg says from the missing, he fears that the death toll is going to get much, much higher. We just also spoke with the mayor, who told us that there were 3 people who died here in the city of Hindman. In Knott County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Tough news there. Thank you, Phil. Our partners at the Lexington Herald Leader are reporting now that the 2 children who died there are 6 and 4 years old. Now on to news in Breathitt County. Crews have blocked off most of downtown Jackson after an evacuation order was issued late last night for the Panbowl Lake floodplain. Governor Beshear says early this morning there was a concern that a breach of that dam was imminent. WKYT's Jim Stratman is live in Jackson with an update. Jim, what are crews telling you right now?
Well, Kristen, at this point, crews are trying to balance two things. They are still trying to keep a close eye on the dam, but I have been told earlier this morning that the dam did hold through the night and everything looked to be okay. There wasn't water spilling over it or anything like that. But the priority now for crews are to continue with water rescues. We saw a number of those today. They need to do more of them a little bit later on today. I spoke with the public information officer for the Jackson Fire Department a little bit earlier this morning. He told me that they were working 12 water rescues at that time, and they even had more still to come after those were complete. A lot of those water rescues were in the same place that we saw most of them yesterday, out in the Lost Creek area, right where Kentucky 15 meets Highway 476. Now, this morning, I saw crews from Lexington, Jessamine County, Nicholasville, and Richmond all making their way to Jackson with boats attached to their trucks to help out. Right now, the rain is gone and the sun is actually trying to peek through the clouds and doing a pretty good job. We're starting to see the levels of water go down just a bit, and Stephen Bowling with the Jackson Fire Department says that weather presents a window for water rescue teams.
We should have a really good, clear day and part of Sunday before we go into another 7-day stretch where we're looking at more rain. So we're really focusing on getting as much done today and tomorrow to take advantage of this little window of opportunity in the weather.
We know that last night the North Fork of the Kentucky River did crest at 43.47 feet. That is a record for the North Fork of the Kentucky River. But since that time, we've started to see the water level out and even start to go down just a bit. Bowling says that because we've seen that crest, he's hopeful that the water will become a little bit easier for crews to manage in the next couple of days, providing that much better opportunity to get in and rescue people who still need it. But he did say he did want to remind people in the community that, and also Kentucky at large, that while the next couple of days may be key to rescuing people in this community are going to be dealing with this for a matter of years, not just a matter of days. Reporting in Jackson, Jim Stratman, WKYT.
That is true. Thank you, Jim. The Oneida community in Clay County is still blocked off right now. Crews are working to clear highways 11 and 66 to get into that area. Trees and slides are blocking the road. Crews need to clear those roads for those swiftwater crews to get into the area. First responders from across the state are sending support to eastern Kentucky. The Laurel County Rescue Squad is one of several to send help. The Lexington Fire Department also helped with about 60 rescues yesterday. There is also help managing the death toll from the flooding. The Taylor and Rowan County coroners have arrived in eastern Kentucky. They are offering their support. Former UK quarterback and Eastern Kentucky native Tim Couch says it is devastating to see the images of the damaging floods. Couch says that his family in Letcher and Leslie counties, they are safe. He says that being born and raised in Eastern Kentucky really hits home to seeing those families devastated by the flooding. He wants to help in any way he can.
Just unbelievable. I think like everyone else, you see that and it just kind of, breaks your heart. You see people doing whatever they have to do to survive. They're up on top of roofs, just trying to do anything they possibly can to take care of their children and their families and get them out of harm's way.
Couch is encouraging people to get involved in those relief efforts and to donate if they can. Governor Beshear launched a way for people to donate to recovery efforts. It is called the Team Kentucky Flood Relief Fund. The governor says since yesterday, more than $229,000 have been raised. And you can donate online at the website that we have up on the screen right now. You can also mail in checks, and you can find a link for more information on WKYT.com. The investigation continues into a deadly wrong-way crash in Laurel County. We'll have the latest as the suspect appears in court today.
We didn't have no time to get nothing out of my little apartment in the basement. I lost everything.
After the sun comes up, we'll start to see all the devastation come into light, and there will be plenty of it.
We have water rescue crews out here trying to get people out of mobile homes.
We're getting roads that are flooded. We're getting a lot of reports of homes and businesses that are being flooded as well in these same areas.
We're going to have some help, more than what they brung in here the last flood.
Celebrate Hats Off to Kentucky's Horse Industry Day, Saturday, July 30th at the Kentucky Horse Park. A fun afternoon of free activities including pony rides for children, horse rides for adults, an exciting show jumping competition, and much more. Thanks to Central Bank, admission is free.
Do you suffer from knee pain? Ever been diagnosed with osteoarthritis? Or worried about the risks involved with knee surgery?
It hurt all the time, like the nerves were rubbing against each other.
I was at the point of either replace my knees because I'm tired of this pain.
Get the relief you need without surgery. We're Arthritis Knee Pain Centers, the premier leaders in non-surgical knee pain treatments. Instead of surgically replacing your knees, our state-of-the-art procedures replenish the depleted natural cushioning in your joints with an FDA-approved shock-absorbing gel, without surgery and without downtime.
After the first injection, I knew it was going to work.
We've successfully treated thousands of patients. Medicare and most private insurance cover this procedure.
Full motion, no pain, walking, everything just back normal like it used to be.
Now with locations in Lexington, call 1-800-257-3608 for a free no-obligation knee pain assessment or go to arthritiskneepain.com.
There's nothing like the freedom of the open road and the bond bikers share here in Kentucky. But motorcycle wrecks can result in very serious injuries like a TBI and broken neck.
At Isaacs & Isaacs, we are the attorneys for bikers. We know bikers because many of us are bikers.
So we take motorcycle wrecks personally. These are just a few of the motorcycle wreck settlements we've got in our climb. And our team will fight to get you every dollar you deserve. One call, that's all.
We've got this new studio. We've got a new name.
We're bringing more of that magic that Sunday Morning is known for to every day of the week.
A trusted source so people can have the right information.
Welcome to CBS Mornings.
Welcome back to WKYT News at noon. The man accused of killing 3 people in a wrong-way crash is due in court today. Police say 21-year-old Joshua Poore was driving the wrong way on I-75 when he killed Deshaun Love, Aaliyah Dukes, and Kevin Kriegler. All 3 were from the Chicago area. Investigators believe Poore was drunk at the time of the crash. He is charged with 3 counts of murder. A man has serious injuries from a shooting in Lexington. This was around 11:30 last night at Man of War Place. That's off Waller Avenue near St. Joseph Hospital. Police say one man went to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Officers are still trying to figure out what led up to that shooting, and they are asking for tips in the case. A Lexington teen is accused of breaking into a bakery. Police arrested a 13-year-old they say vandalized and burglarized Frank's Donut Shop early Monday morning. Surveillance video shows 2 people busting through the door and ransacking the building. Police are still looking for that second suspect. Some Kentucky counties are hosting COVID vaccine clinics today. In Fayette County, you can get a vaccine or a booster at Kroger Field. Crews are set up today and tomorrow from 8:30 to 4. They are in the green lot. Anyone 6 months and older is eligible. And there are also clinics in Lee and Wolfe counties today.
Watching showers move through the area right now. Some of those are producing some high water concerns, again, just in some different areas. I'll break it down hour by hour and track the latest warnings coming up for you.
The Kentucky Lottery, providing over $4 billion in grants and scholarships.
Over the years, people have asked me, how did your firm get so big? The answer is simple. We won a lot. In this business, you grow by winning. As America's largest injury law firm, we have more lawyers than any other injury firm. Morgan & Morgan.
New spicy batter dip fish, only at Captain D's. It's hot news. Our famous batter dip fish just got really hot with fiery spices in our legendary batter. Get ready for bold new flavors when the Captain is coming. Captain D's.
Reserve your St. Jude Dream Home giveaway ticket by July 29th and be eligible to win the house and the tickets on sale prize. Go to dreamhome.org for more information. Tickets on sale prize is $2,500 worth of home decor from Kentucky Branded.
Sectionals, sofas, recliners, lift chairs. Oak Factory is packed with sofas you can take home today, plus 18 months free financing with no down payment. Oak Factory's floor clearance sale going on now.
This is the 2 for $6 double Rally Burger with cheese deal from Rally's. A deal with double the beef, worthy of a double shift. With 2 beefy double Rally Burgers with American cheese and all the fresh fixings for just $6. Plus small fries and a 20-ounce drink for just $3 more. So whether you just work the double, hit a double, or looking for some double trouble, we double beef dare you. Get twice the burgers, double the beef for just $6. The 2 for $6 double rally burger with cheese deal. You've earned it. Get rallies delivered through our rewards app.
There are casualties of war. We're not at war. Not yet, but you will be. It's too powerful. You need help. I made a huge mistake. I think my family's about to pay for it.
You're not acting like yourself. You better get used to it.
This is a national security situation.
It is a family situation.
Superman and Lois, Tuesday at 8, 7 Central, only on the CW.
When it comes to a lung cancer diagnosis, you need to know the facts. Fact, in the United States, over 25,000 black men and women are diagnosed with lung cancer each year. Fact, lung cancer continues to be the leading cause of cancer deaths among black men and women. Learn all that you can on lung cancer screening and clinical trials by visiting standuptocancer.org/lung cancer. Because fact, change is possible, and it starts with you.
Get WKYT news and weather updates on Mix 94.5.
Raining again across parts of Kentucky right now. The areas hit hardest are not seeing the heaviest rain right now. That's more in position down across southern Kentucky, close to the Kentucky or the Kentucky-Virginia state, Kentucky-Tennessee or Kentucky-Virginia state line. That's where that's at. Let's get to tracking all of it here in the Commonwealth right now. You can see those repeat showers that are rolling over the same spots again and again. And believe it or not, they have produced some decent rainfall in that area. So that's an area of concern. We're going to jump right down to the rain and look at it a little closer, because this all of a sudden is an active situation again where flooding might be a possibility. New flooding. Monticello over to Whitley City. Some showers are moving through the area, especially north of Whitley City. Get out there along US 27, you can find some good soaking rains. Same thing happening in Bell County as well along 119. And just outside of Pineville now, as far as the rain's concerned, it just passed through there a little while ago, but it's over in Harlan and been right around the city of Harlan the last little bit. Good steady flow of some heavier rain in pockets there. So what we have is a flash flood warning for Bell, Harlan, and Knox counties until 2:30 here. So we have some time left on this one. This is an area that is no stranger to, of course, flooding as well. They just didn't get hit by the hardest with this go-around. We look at the flood warnings that are also posted for folks around Breathitt, Knott, and Perry County. That goes through 6 o'clock right now as it stands. And then for folks in Floyd, Johnson, Magoffin until 6 as well for the high water concerns to continue. We look at the big picture and you can see that we are looking at a flood watch that's still active through southern and eastern portions of Kentucky. The rainfall, watch this. This is just the past few hours. What we're looking at here, as you saw it animate slowly, you're looking at a streak of about 2 or really 1 to about 3 inches of total rainfall in the past 6 hours. That's what that goes back 6 hours. But that really all happened in about 3 hours. So you picked up that much rain in a short amount of time. If we did that in the places that were hit so hard, you want to talk about really dealing with some more high water issues. They would be hurting bad. But it's down in this area where they could at least hold a little extra water. Not much. I mean, they got waterlogged too, but that's what we're tracking down there. We'll keep those showers, thunder showers around for a few more hours before we wrap up the chances. The temperatures come down a little bit. It's a very quiet day on Saturday. Low to mid 80s, certainly a possibility, and we're dry. What'll happen on Sunday, you can see it right there. A wave of showers and storms rolls into the area, locally heavy rain. That goes through, here comes some more energy passing through our skies again. We could pick up a few more inches out of all of this, and that's why we're looking at another risk of some flooding for Sunday through Tuesday. For the area highlighted there in red would be the best shot of seeing some of those high water problems. Some of the same locations that were already hit and devastated with this first round of flooding, we could be right back in tracking mode again for it and looking at the same thing, because this go around, Kristen, it won't take 5-10 inches of rainfall. Now it would take a lot less than that to cause all kinds of issues. If those showers I was tracking a minute ago down in southern Kentucky were there right now, we would be dealing with a whole new set of issues. But luckily the positioning's changed.
All right, thanks, Jim. Still ahead, we are looking at more ways that you can help with flood relief in eastern Kentucky. And before we head to break here, tonight's Mega Millions jackpot, $1 billion, $100 million. Saturday night's Powerball, $170 million. Keep it right here on WKYT.
Cronin Hyundai has an epic summer hit for you. Trade in your old gas guzzler for a fuel-efficient new Hyundai today. Just scan the QR code on the screen to see the value of your trade instantly. Don't just dream it, drive it. Only at Cronin Hyundai.
I'm attorney Darryl Isaacs, and I know firsthand, if you're in a wreck, it can be a scary, life-changing experience. After my wreck, I spent weeks in the hospital and almost died from my injuries. I've been there, and I'll be there for you and your family. No case is too big or too small for our team, and we don't get paid unless you get paid. Call us today and let us help you get on your road to recovery.
Call 877-ALL-7s or WeWin.com.
At Synergy Home, we've recently been told that our commercials are too subtle, so this is going to be the least subtle air conditioning commercial ever. You see, I'm standing between two air conditioners, so you know we're talking about air conditioning. The words air conditioning are flashing above my head. Not only do we care about your air conditioning, we care about your air quality. So right now, when you purchase a new system from Synergy, we're going to give you an ultraviolet light and a high-end media filter. Give Synergy Home a call for all your air conditioning needs, or go to our website at mysynergyhome.com.
Hi, folks. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with a benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Millions of people have called the Medicare Coverage Helpline. Call, check your zip code, see if you're eligible, and get what you deserve. Call now.
Call 1-800-245-7306. That's 1-800-245-7306 now.
Shark Summer and new exhibits now at Newport Aquarium.
Advance your nursing career at Frontier Nursing University. Our distance education programs allow you to complete coursework and a clinical experience in your own community to become a nurse midwife or nurse practitioner. Visit frontier.edu today.
Big storm or clear skies. WKYT First Alert Weather is alerting you first every weekday on Facebook Live. Brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air.
Cronin Hyundai has an epic summer hit for you. Shop our large selection of new Hyundais at CroninHyundai.com. With our fuel-efficient lineup, you can save over $100 per month in gas. Don't just dream it, drive it. Only at Cronin Hyundai.
Welcome back to WKYT. An Eastern Kentucky business is helping flood victims. New Frontier is a clothing company in Moorhead. They are partnering with Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky and selling an Eastern Kentucky Strong t-shirt. It is $20. Proceeds will go to help communities hit hard. We have more ways to help and to donate on WKYT.com. The Better Business Bureau is warning people about possible donation scams. Their advice? Double check the organizations you are giving to and give to long-standing groups. The Attorney General has activated a price gouging hotline for you to report suspicious businesses. We'll keep it right here on WKYT News at Noon. We will have a final check of your weather forecast next.
I know there's conflicting information about Dupuytren's contracture.
I thought I couldn't get treatment yet.
Well, people may think that their contracture has to be severe to be treated, but it doesn't. If you can't lay your hand flat on the table, talk to a hand specialist.
But what if I don't want surgery?
Well, then you should find a hand specialist certified to offer non-surgical treatments.
What's the next step?
Visit findahandspecialist.com today to get started.
There's plenty of reasons to celebrate with Spectrum Mobile. Because now you can get the best deal in mobile. Unlimited talk, text, and data on 2 lines for just $29.99 a line. Call 833-261-2999. Switch and save up to 60% on your mobile bill. Now that's worth celebrating. Plus, enjoy nationwide 5G and the most reliable service coast to coast. Get Spectrum Mobile with unlimited for $29.99 a line. Call 833-261-2999. With Spectrum Mobile, your options are truly unlimited. And that includes no contracts, no added taxes, and no hidden fees. Choose from a variety of the latest phones or bring your own. Join the nation's fastest growing mobile provider and get the best deal in mobile. Unlimited talk, text, and data for just $29.99, all with no contracts, no added taxes, and no hidden fees. Call 833-261-2999. Click SpectrumMobile.com or visit a store near you.
Everybody. This is the Gillette Labs with exfoliating bar. The bar and the handle removes unseen dirt and debris ahead of the blades for effortless shaving in one efficient stroke.
I like to boost it. My vitamins can boost it. I like to boost it. We like to boost it.
Boost. A fizzing amazing vitamin boost.
Boost it.
Solid wood American-made bedrooms from Artisan and Post. Choose your style, choose your finish. Found only at Burke Furniture.
At home or on the go, stay informed with the WKYT News app. A must-have with push alerts for breaking news and weather. Plus, watch WKYT News live wherever you are. Download the WKYT News app today. Closed captioning on WKYT is brought to you by Cumberland Valley National Bank. Bank better.
All right, we are looking at some rain out there.
Rain out there right now, still causing some issues, brand new issues with some flash flood warnings that are out for Knox, Bell, and Harlan counties as well. And you can see why. They're getting that same old repeat shower thunderstorm activity going over the same spots. Ground's already very saturated, so rain can add up in a hurry in a saturated situation, something that I fear will happen later on this weekend and early next week, where we're already waterlogged, Kristen. We've already been dealing with flood warnings and flash flood warnings, and of course all the devastation in eastern Kentucky. What could happen is we could easily get back to a higher status as far as the level of craziness out there in a hurry. So that's what my big concern is here. It won't take a lot of rain this time to put us back in bad shape out there.
Oh, yeah. And we are, of course, planning on carrying the governor's next address from Frankfort. That is expected around 1:30. I'll see you back here then.